February 4th, 2016, Pyongyang, North Korea. In a quiet apartment building, a man sits in front of his laptop. His name, Park Jin-hyuk. Officially, he's an IT worker for a North Korean company. But online, he's part of something much larger. A hacking team known only by one name, Lazarus Group. Park types slowly. The screen in front of him shows banking software connected to the New York Federal Reserve. From here, 11,000 kilometers away, he's about to trigger one of the biggest bank heists in history. A quiet click. A silent command. $81 million. Gone. This wasn't a one-man job. It wasn't a single attack. FBI, Interpol, cybercrime units across the world had been tracking the Lazarus Group for years. The Lazarus Group didn't appear overnight. Its roots stretch back to the early 2000s when North Korea began investing heavily in cyber warfare capabilities. With limited physical resources and under international sanctions, hacking became one of the few tools the country had left. Officially, Lazarus is tied to North Korea's military intelligence agency, the Reconnaissance General Bureau. Its mission: infiltrate, steal, disrupt. Their first major appearance came in 2009. A series of coordinated cyber attacks hit websites in South Korea and the United States. At the time, experts didn't know who was behind it, but there were hints, similar attack signatures, unusual traffic patterns. A pattern was beginning to emerge, one authorities were not yet ready to fully understand. By 2011, security researchers started piecing things together. IP addresses linked to Pyongyang, reused malware code. The signs all pointed to one unlikely source, North Korea. For a country known more for its strict control and isolation than technological advancement, it was a surprise, but the proof kept stacking up. Beyond the digital evidence, there were also whispers from defectors, stories of secret cyber units, buildings in Pyongyang with no signs on the door, rooms filled with rows of computers and young men in uniform. Lazarus was real, and it was growing. Sony Pictures Entertainment. Emails, internal documents, unreleased movies, all leaked online. The trigger? A comedy film called The Interview, which depicted the fictional assassination of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The attack was devastating. Sony's internal systems were shut down for weeks, and the message was clear. Insulting North Korea came with a price. The FBI officially named Lazarus Group as the culprit. But for Lazarus, that was just the beginning. Internal emails showed not just entertainment secrets, but employee records, personal information, and unreleased financial data. The scale of the breach was unlike anything Hollywood had seen. For cybersecurity experts, this wasn't just about a movie, it was about national security. It showed just how vulnerable even major corporations could be. Behind the scenes, the US government quietly increased cyber monitoring of North Korean networks. Private security firms like CrowdStrike and FireEye were brought in to investigate. Their conclusion was the same: Lazarus Group. Within weeks, global media coverage exploded. News anchors around the world repeated the name Lazarus Group for the first time. But within Pyongyang, there was silence. No press statements, no public admissions. The regime denied everything. The operation that would put Lazarus on the global map. Target: the Bangladesh Central Bank. Using sophisticated phishing emails, Lazarus hackers gained access to the bank's internal network. They studied how the bank sent money. For months, they remained undetected. They mapped out the internal systems, identified vulnerabilities, learned the behaviour of employees. Then on February 4th, they struck. Dozens of fraudulent transfer requests were sent to the New York Federal Reserve. In total, they tried to steal nearly $1 billion. Most were caught in time, but 81 million slipped through. The money was funneled through casinos in the Philippines. To this day, most of it remains unrecovered. Security footage from the casinos showed money being exchanged in small increments, cleaned, laundered, and then made to vanish. The hack sent shockwaves through the global banking community. If the Federal Reserve wasn't safe, what else could be? Banks worldwide began re-evaluating their security protocols, and cybersecurity firms doubled their efforts to track Lazarus. Interviews with banking officials revealed the sheer scale of the human error involved. A single misspelled word in one of the transfer requests was what saved hundreds of millions from disappearing. Had Lazarus been more careful, the entire operation could have succeeded. After Bangladesh, Lazarus shifted tactics. Crypto exchanges became the new target. Between 2017 and 2022, Lazarus was linked to dozens of crypto hacks, from South Korea's BitHum to Japan's CoinCheck. Each time, hundreds of millions in digital assets vanished. Their biggest score? The 2022 Ronin Bridge hack linked to the Axie Infinity game. Over $600 million was stolen in a single attack. And once again, the trail led back to Pyongyang. Unlike traditional bank heists, cryptocurrency theft offered Lazarus something unique: anonymity. Using mixers, tumblers, and decentralized exchanges, the stolen funds could be laundered more easily than fiat currency. Cybersecurity firms traced some of the funds, but much of it disappeared into the blockchain's shadows. This new era of digital crime meant Lazarus was evolving. Their malware became more advanced, their social engineering tactics more convincing. In some cases, Lazarus operatives posed as job recruiters, sending fake offers to developers and IT professionals, tricking them into downloading malware disguised as resume files or job application forms. No one was safe, not even individuals. By now, Lazarus was no longer just a cybercrime group. They were a national security threat. In 2018, the US Department of Justice indicted Park Jin-hyuk by name. For the Sony hack, for Bangladesh, for countless other operations. But North Korea denied everything, and Park, along with others, remained in Pyongyang. Out of reach, sanctions tightened, cybersecurity firms around the world focused on tracking Lazarus's next moves. But the attacks kept coming. Joint operations between the FBI, Interpol, and agencies like South Korea's National Intelligence Service began sharing intelligence more actively. Task forces were set up. Security protocols hardened. Despite this, Lazarus adapted, switching servers, changing malware signatures, creating new front companies to disguise their activities. Some of these companies even posted job listings on legitimate websites, hiring developers under false pretenses. In a digital arms race, Lazarus stayed one step ahead. So who is Lazarus Group really? According to intelligence reports, it's not just one team, it's an entire department. Hundreds of hackers, trained, organized, funded by the North Korean government. Their goals are clear: fund the regime, circumvent sanctions, and prove that even a small isolated nation can bring major powers to their knees. Recruitment starts early. Talented math students identified as young as age 12, sent to specialized training programs. By the time they graduate university, they are full-time cyber soldiers, working in government-run offices disguised as IT firms, connected to foreign servers, operating under multiple false identities. This structure allows Lazarus to launch simultaneous global attacks, targeting banks, corporations, governments, and individuals all at once. In some cases, Lazarus operatives have been caught working from locations outside North Korea: hotels, internet cafes, safe houses in China and Southeast Asia. Constantly moving, constantly evolving. Today, Lazarus Group remains active. Their tools have evolved, their targets have changed, but their mission has not. From Hollywood studios to the halls of global finance, to the decentralized world of cryptocurrency? Few have left a larger mark on the history of hacking. This was the story of Lazarus Group, North Korea's cyber army, the heist that funded a nation, and the threat that hasn't gone away. If you found this story fascinating, don't miss our full documentary on the biggest crypto heist in history, the Poly Network hack. Discover how $600 million vanished and was returned by an anonymous hacker. Click to watch now.